It's an image many of us are all too familiar with. A car is parked off to the side of the road, hazard lights flashing, and just ahead, someone walking along the side of the road with a gas can in their hand, searching for a gas station. Perhaps it has even happened to you.
According to the Department of Transportation, 20% of all the cars you see broken down on the road are out of gas. And it's more common than you think.
Not only is running out of gas an incredible inconvenience, but it can also be extremely dangerous and potentially deadly. About 34,000 people were killed on U.S. roads last year, but you may be surprised to learn that a vehicle disablement study report revealed that in California alone, approximately 100 people per year are killed as a result of vehicle disablement.
The time involved to get going is inconvenient. You have to wait for a roadside assistance, and that can many times be up to an hour or more. Or you can find that it's a very dangerous situation walking to get fuel. That's where most of the people get killed when involved in an out-of-gas situation.
While just about everyone has a spare tire somewhere in their car in case of a flat, we wouldn't think of driving around with a can of highly flammable gasoline in the trunk of our car.
Gasoline has a flash point that is very, very low. That means it's combustible, and once it reaches that flash point, it explodes. In the trunk of a car, if you have gasoline and the temperature rises too high, you have a very dangerous situation.
But now there is a safer and more convenient way to avoid the hassles and dangers of running out of gas. It's called spare fuel, the world's first patented non-flammable gasoline derivative. Although it works like gasoline, it is not gasoline.
Spare fuel is a distilled product of gasoline. It has the same properties of gasoline, except it doesn't have the flammable elements like butane and heptanes that cause it to ignite quickly. It replaces gasoline, and then when the car is at a high enough temperature, which they all are when they run out of gas, it immediately ignites and continues your car running.
Spare fuel first starts by giving you peace of mind so that you're not worried when the yellow warning light comes on. But if you do run out of fuel, you go to your trunk, open the cap, puncture the seal, pour the fuel into your gas tank, go to your car, start your engine up, and you're on your way, literally within minutes. It's safe, and it gets you out of that situation. You need then to go to a gas station and refill your car.
Spare fuel contains no volatile chemicals and is therefore safe to store in the trunk of your vehicle and used as a fuel substitute in an emergency.
Spare fuel is safe. Unlike gasoline, it is not flammable. It is safe under Department of Transportation standards, under hazmat standards. It's safe to carry on any highway, on bridges, through tunnels.
I was driving, it was very late, I was running low on gas, very dark road and down by the beach, and my dad had I remember put spare fuel in my trunk just in case something like this happened. I actually did run out of gas and pulled over, it's super simple, put it in my gas tank, and it gave me enough gas to get to the next gas station. So being a young woman, it was very securing, I suppose, to have that in my trunk.
I was driving back from my father-in-law's house one night on a relatively deserted road, and my car is very old, and frequently I can't tell how much gas I have in the tank because the meter doesn't work. So I all of a sudden knew that I was going to run out of gas, felt the car start to sputter. I pulled over on the side of the road and got my bottle of spare fuel from the trunk, poured it in the gas tank, turned it right on, it turned right over, and I drove straight to the gas station.
Spare fuel is 100% guaranteed to work in your vehicle and to be safe for use in all engines that use unleaded gasoline. As a premium octane unleaded fuel supplement, spare fuel won't harm fuel injectors, catalytic converters, or oxygen sensors.
Since spare fuel is exactly the same as gasoline, other than the heptanes and butanes which cause the ignition, we have tested it in automobiles and actually have taken apart an automobile engine and had it certified that it does no damage to any automobile engine.
With a 90 octane rating, it's safe for the engines, and with no olefins in it, it will never gum up an engine.
Safe for the environment, spare fuel is 100% biodegradable. It's safe to keep in your vehicle at all times and can also be used in gas-powered motorcycles, boats, and other recreational vehicles.
Spare fuel has been tested for over 10 years and been found to be as effective after a 10-year storage period as it is the first day coming off the production line. The chemicals used do not create an aging effect in the product and does not cause any gumming of the product such as you would find in normal gasoline.
Spare fuel has none of the gum residues that are in gasoline, so it has an interminable shelf life. I have my original spare fuel for over 10 years, and it worked. I actually had to use it, and it works fine. So the shelf life is forever.
How much is peace of mind worth to you? If you have a spare tire, which could cost hundreds of dollars, you should have spare fuel, which costs just a fraction of that. To learn more or to purchase spare fuel, visit sparefuel.net.